What if everything you thought about yourself was wrong? Have you ever felt like there's more to you than meets the eye? These questions might seem strange, but they open the door to a fascinating exploration of who we really are. Today, we're going to challenge the idea that you're just a human being. We'll look at why this limited view might be holding you back and discover the incredible potential that lies within you. Let's start by thinking about what it means to be human. Most of us have been taught that we're simply physical beings, flesh, blood, and bones. We're told that our thoughts and feelings come from our brains, and that our consciousness is just a product of complex neural processes. But what if this view is incomplete? What if it's missing some of the most important parts of who we are? When we look beyond the physical body, we start to see hints of something more. Think about your awareness, your ability to perceive and experience the world around you. This consciousness isn't something you can touch or measure, yet it's the most real and immediate thing in your life. It's the backdrop against which all your experiences unfold. This non-physical aspect of yourself is what we're going to explore today. One of the biggest illusions we face is the idea of separateness. We tend to think of ourselves as isolated individuals, distinct from the world around us. But when we look closer, this idea starts to break down. Think about the air you breathe, the food you eat, the information you take in. There's a constant exchange between you and your environment. You're not separate from the world, you're an integral part of it. This interconnected nature of existence goes even deeper when we explore consciousness. Have you ever had a moment of deep meditation or a peak experience where you felt connected to everything? These states of consciousness show us that our awareness can expand far beyond our usual sense of self. They hint at a larger reality that we're all part of. The power of thought is another area that challenges our conventional view of being human. Our thoughts shape our reality in profound ways. The beliefs we hold about ourselves and the world literally create our experiences. When you start to recognize this, you realize that you're not just a passive observer of life, you're actively creating it. Let's take this a step further and consider the idea that we're energy beings. Modern physics tells us that at the most fundamental level, everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. This includes us. When you start to see yourself as an energy being, it changes your whole perspective. You're no longer limited by the boundaries of your physical body. You're a dynamic, ever-changing field of energy interacting with the universe around you. This expanded view of self opens up new possibilities for accessing wisdom and guidance. Many people talk about intuition or inner knowing, that sense of just knowing something without logical reasoning. What if this is actually you tapping into a broader field of information? What if you have access to wisdom beyond your individual experiences? When we start to see ourselves as more than just humans, it naturally leads us to question our purpose. The conventional view might tell us that our purpose is to get a job, make money, and be successful in the material world. But what if your purpose is much bigger than that? What if you're here to grow, to learn, to expand consciousness itself? Living with this expanded sense of self can have profound effects on your daily life. It's not just about philosophical ideas, it's about practical changes in how you approach challenges, make decisions, and interact with others. When you recognize your true nature, you start to live with more confidence, compassion, and creativity. This shift in perspective doesn't just affect you individually. As you grow and expand your awareness, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. Your personal growth becomes a catalyst for positive change in the world. Let's recap the key points we've covered. You are not just a physical being, you're a conscious, energetic entity with access to vast wisdom and potential. You're not separate from the world, but an integral part of it. Your thoughts and beliefs shape your reality, and you have the power to create profound change in your life and the world around you. This is just the beginning of a fascinating journey of self-discovery. As you continue to explore these ideas, you'll uncover more and more about your true nature. Remember, the goal isn't to reach a final destination, but to keep growing, learning, and expanding your awareness. Now, let's dive deeper into each of these concepts, starting with the nature of consciousness. Consciousness is often described as awareness or the ability to experience. It's what allows you to perceive the world around you and have subjective experiences. But consciousness is much more than just being awake or alert. It's the fundamental basis of all your experiences. Think about it, everything you've ever known or experienced has happened within your consciousness. The sights, sounds, thoughts, and feelings that make up your world all occur within this field of awareness. Even when you sleep, there's still a level of consciousness present, as evidenced by your dreams. But here's where it gets really interesting: consciousness doesn't seem to be produced by the brain. While the brain certainly plays a role in our experiences, many researchers and philosophers argue that consciousness is more fundamental than physical matter. Some even suggest that consciousness is the primary reality, and the physical world emerges from it, not the other way around. This view aligns with many spiritual and philosophical traditions that have long held that consciousness is universal and that our individual awareness is like a wave on this vast ocean of consciousness. From this perspective, your true nature is this boundless awareness, not the limited physical form you currently inhabit. Exploring different states of consciousness can give you direct experience of this expanded nature. Meditation, for example, allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without identifying with them. As you practice, you may notice that there's a part of you that remains constant and unchanging, regardless of what's happening in your mind or body. This unchanging awareness is what many traditions point to as your true self. Other altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by certain breathing techniques or plant medicines, when used responsibly and in appropriate settings, can provide profound insights into the nature of reality and your place in it. Many people report experiences of unity or oneness, where the usual boundaries of self dissolve, and they feel connected to all of existence. These experiences aren't just interesting phenomena, they can have lasting positive effects on mental health, creativity, and overall well-being. Research has shown that people who have these types of expansive experiences often report increased feelings of peace, compassion, and connection to others. Now, let's explore the power of thought and how it shapes your reality. Your thoughts are not just passive observations, they're active forces that influence your experiences and even your physical world. The field of epigenetics, for example, has shown that our thoughts and beliefs can actually change how our genes express themselves. Your beliefs act like filters through which you perceive the world. If you believe that the world is a dangerous place, you'll notice and focus on potential threats, reinforcing your belief. On the other hand, if you believe the world is full of opportunities, you'll be more likely to notice and act on positive possibilities. This doesn't mean that you can change external reality just by thinking differently. But it does mean that your thoughts and beliefs profoundly shape your experience of reality and the actions you take, which in turn influence the results you get in life. Understanding this gives you a powerful tool for personal growth and change. By consciously choosing your thoughts and beliefs, you can start to reshape your experience of life. This isn't about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that you have more control over your inner world than you might have realized, and that this inner world has a big impact on your outer experiences. Let's move on to the concept of humans as energy beings. This idea might seem strange at first, but it's actually well supported by modern physics. At the subatomic level, what we think of as solid matter is mostly empty space, with tiny particles zipping around. These particles are really just concentrated forms of energy. Your body is constantly engaged in energetic processes. Your cells communicate through electromagnetic signals. Your heart generates a powerful electromagnetic field that extends several feet from your body. Your brain produces measurable electrical activity. From this perspective, you're not just a solid object moving through space, you're a dynamic, ever-changing field of energy. This energetic nature isn't limited to your physical body. Your thoughts and emotions also have energetic components. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the vibe or energy of the place? Or noticed how being around certain people can lift your mood or bring it down? These are examples of how we're constantly interacting with and influencing energetic fields around us. Seeing yourself as an energy being can change how you approach health and well-being. Instead of just focusing on physical symptoms, you might start to pay attention to your overall energy levels and how different activities, foods, or environments affect your energetic state. Many ancient healing practices, like acupuncture or Reiki, work with this understanding of the human energy field. This energetic perspective also opens up new ways of understanding our connections with others and the world around us. If we're all interconnected fields of energy, then our actions and even our thoughts can have far-reaching effects. This brings a new level of responsibility to how we live our lives. Now, let's explore the idea of accessing higher wisdom. Many people have experienced moments of sudden insight or clarity that seem to come from beyond their normal thinking processes. This could be a flash of inspiration, a gut feeling about a decision, or a sense of knowing what to do in a challenging situation. These experiences suggest that we have access to wisdom beyond our individual knowledge and experiences. Some describe this as connecting to a higher self, tapping into a universal field of information, or receiving guidance from spiritual sources. Whatever the explanation, the practical result is that we often have more resources available to us than we realize. Developing your ability to access this inner wisdom can be a powerful tool for personal growth and decision-making. Practices like meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature can help you quiet your mind and tune into these deeper levels of knowing. It's about learning to trust your intuition and inner guidance, while still using your rational mind to evaluate and act on the insights you receive. As we expand our understanding of who we are, it naturally leads us to question our purpose in life. The conventional view often focuses on external achievements, career success, financial stability, social status. But when you recognize your deeper nature, you start to see that your purpose might be much more profound. From this expanded perspective, your purpose might be to grow in consciousness, to learn and evolve as a spiritual being. It might be to contribute to the evolution of collective consciousness by doing your own inner work and helping others. It might be to express your unique creative gifts in service of something greater than yourself. This doesn't mean you have to abandon your worldly goals or responsibilities. Instead, it's about approaching them from a different perspective. Your career, for example, becomes not just a way to make money, but an opportunity to grow, to serve others, and to express your unique gifts. Living from this expanded sense of self can transform your daily life in many ways. You might find yourself becoming more patient and compassionate, both with yourself and others. You might approach challenges with more curiosity and less fear, seeing them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to avoid. You might also find yourself making decisions differently. Instead of just weighing pros and cons, you might tune into your inner guidance and consider the broader impact of your choices. You might start to prioritize experiences and relationships that contribute to your growth and allow you to make a positive difference in the world. This shift in perspective can also change how you relate to others. When you recognize the deeper nature in yourself, you naturally start to see it in others too. This can lead to more meaningful connections and a greater sense of empathy and understanding. As you live more and more from this expanded sense of self, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. Your growth and expanded awareness naturally influence others, often in subtle ways. You might inspire others by example, showing them new possibilities for how to live and relate to the world. This ripple effect extends beyond your immediate circle. As more people awaken to their true nature and live from a place of expanded awareness, it contributes to a shift in collective consciousness. This is how personal growth becomes a catalyst for positive change on a larger scale. In conclusion, the idea that you are not just a human opens up a whole new world of possibilities. It invites you to explore the depths of your consciousness, to recognize your power as a creative force in your life, and to connect with the broader field of existence that you're part of. This journey of self-discovery is ongoing. There's always more to learn, experience, and understand about your true nature. The key is to stay curious, open-minded, and willing to challenge your assumptions about who you are and what you're capable of. As you continue to explore these ideas, remember that the goal isn't to reach a final destination or to achieve some perfect state of being. It's about the process of continual growth and expansion. Each new understanding, each moment of insight, each experience of connection is valuable in itself. So, what if you're not just a human? What if you're a boundless field of consciousness, a creative force, an integral part of the universe itself? How might that change how you live your life? How might it change how you treat yourself and others? These are the questions that can lead you to profound insights and positive changes in your life. Remember, this isn't about rejecting your human experience. It's about expanding your understanding of what that experience really is. Your physical body, your emotions, your thoughts, these are all important aspects of your journey. But they're not the whole story. You are so much more than you've been led to believe. As you move forward from here, consider how you might start to integrate this expanded view of self into your daily life. Maybe it's through a regular meditation practice, or by paying more attention to your intuition. Maybe it's by approaching your relationships with more compassion and understanding, recognizing the deeper self in others. Or maybe it's by pursuing goals that align with your sense of higher purpose. Whatever path you choose, know that you have vast resources available to you. You have the power to shape your reality, the wisdom to guide your journey, and the connection to something far greater than your individual self. You are not just a human, you are a magnificent, multidimensional being with incredible potential for growth and positive impact. So, as you go about your day, carry this expanded perspective with you. Let it inform your choices, your interactions, and your understanding of the world around you. And most importantly, let it remind you of the incredible, limitless being that you truly are. You are not just a human, you are so much more.